Good morning from the Nature Company. Today we're going to be treating those remaining cymbidium pieces we had cut off. These needed to be treated for fungus, for insects, and for any other problems that might be occurring with them. We've let them dry out now for a couple of hours, and now we're ready to start their treatment. So we'll just put them one side and get the treatments ready. Here at the Nature Company, we're not averse to using chemicals, but we prefer to go organic where possible. So here we're going to be taking our cinnamon. This is going to be the treatment for fungicide. It also works fairly well against small bacterial attacks, but it's fungicidal properties that we are after here. So we're just going to be using 2 teaspoons of cinnamon with 750 ml of boiling water. Just stirring it in to make sure it's all wet. We're going to close this off and basically just sit this down and wait for it to cool. Now that we've cooled our cinnamon water off, we're going to be taking it and just straining it through a cloth. All the active ingredients have been removed from the powder and is left in the water. Now with our cinnamon tonic, all we're going to be doing is taking our infected orchids and placing them in the tonic. We're just going to allow them to rest in here, making sure that all the parts have got wet. This will disrupt the ability of the fungus to reproduce and grow further. So that should sort the fungal problems of the cymbidiums out. Also, the mild antibacterial functions that cinnamon has will help sort any bacterial infection could possibly arise. Okay, so we'll just let them sit and rest in here for about 15 to 20 minutes, and then we can carry on. And now we've had our cymbidiums resting in the cinnamon tonic. So we'll just dab that off slightly. Now we've had these treated for fungus, we're going to go in and check what insects are left. Just pull the last of the debris off, and we can see there's still a little bit of woolly aphid tucked away in underneath. So now to treat this for the pests, all we're going to do is use our trusty garlic tonic. This is the garlic tonic that we had made in one of the previous videos. This is the diluted version, and all we're going to do is give this a thorough spray in amongst the leaves, so the garlic tonic goes down in between the leaves. This is going to deter any of the insects that are in there away and kill any of the soft body insects that are hiding in between. So now we've got our treated orchids, our treated cymbidiums ready to be potted up, but before we do any potting, we're going to go through them again, check all these dead, damaged leaves, just trim them back. So all the damaged parts and the old leaves, you can trim right back. Okay, so now that we've removed all the damaged insect-ridden leaves, just going to take our garlic tonic again. Spray both the underside and the top side of the leaves. There we go. We're just going to leave these now to rest and dry off slightly, and then we'll repot them as we did in the previous video. And although in this video I've shown you the organic method of treating these cymbidiums before repotting, we're not averse to the chemicals. We do prefer, however, to go as natural as possible. If we're going to be treating these cymbidiums with a fungicide, we generally start off at this point with going for aureus, ibuconazole. This is a systemic fungicide. It will get rid of everything that's in the plant and on the plant and protect it for at least 6 months before you'd need to retreat again. And for the pests, we would go with a generalized insecticide with a citamidine and a pyrethroid mix. This will get rid of just about anything that's going to affect your cymbidiums, like aphids, mealybugs, and spider mites. It's just a general insecticide. Okay, now that the cymbidiums have been treated and are ready to be planted up, but here we see the majority of the roots have been taken off. Now with repotting your rootless cymbidium, we're going to be taking your bark again, mixed with your stone, mixing it in again into your river sand and potting media mix. But this time we're not adding any kraal manure. So now we're basically going to be filling the pot up more than halfway, placing the orchid carefully, looking again to see where the new growths are coming from, and potting it accordingly so that it can grow towards the middle of the pot. We're not pressing down on the media. We might find that this, if it's put in an area where it's going to get a bit of wind, will fall over before the roots start forming. So you may want to stake it, but I've got a protected area that I can put it in. And that. So again, the reason we don't use the manure is we're withholding feed. And by withholding the feed, it's forcing the plant to look for feed. And in so doing, it produces roots. Thank you for watching, and if you're unsure of any of the information I've provided, please drop a comment below and I'll try and get back to you as quickly as possible. If you've found any value in the information I've given you, please like, comment and share. Please help us grow like we help your orchids grow. Happy growing! Oh, notification bell. Bing bong!